I am pissed. I may not sound like it, but trust me, I am. South African game developer Nyamakop, creators of Semblance, have announced they're releasing a heist game called Relooted. A heist game about a team trying to take back African artifacts from Western museums. Let's just say it has inspired the worst out of the internet, and in turn, it has inspired the worst out of me. Welcome to the Echo Chamber, the channel where we talk about nerd news and pop culture in Zambia and around the world. Okay, let's start by saying gamers are lovely people. Nerds in general are pretty inclusive, and you meet some of the best people in the gaming community here. Game critics, on the other hand,
death to all of them.
Now, I'm not talking about critics whose job it is to actually give constructive feedback. No, I'm talking about the slobs who have built their entire existence on tearing games down. I'm talking about these guys.
I just have a very sneaking suspicion that it's going to be about his white privilege and his...
Do I have to play as a girl? Can I play as a guy?
And how gamers have been trying to tell developers not to make woke video games.
woke tards are just screechy.
I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Fucking pronoun!
The problem is, they are so loud they actually turn entire generations of gaming. Why? Because they feel they need to call every creative and inclusive thing in any game woke. By the way, that word has been twisted and corrupted so much that it now literally means the opposite of what it used to be. I actually didn't care about the word when I first heard it back then. It carried the same sort of weight as hippie and goth. It was a counterculture. Now it is the anti-culture, and it triggers me every time I hear it coming out of the mouth of some rich, straight white man.
Woke mind.
Woke.
Stop it, please, I beg you!
So I wasn't all that surprised when Relooted was called woke. But what really bothered me was the fact that the call was coming from within the house. I expect this from a white basement dweller with Cheez-It stains on their musty vest. But the fact that South Africans, black South Africans themselves, have turned against something that's homegrown, that is wild to me.
People trolling us. You know, this is by a South African studio. What's going on? Why would you make such a game? Oh my.
Okay, let's step back and actually review what they're saying. A large majority claim that Relooted perpetuates a stereotype that Africans are thieves. You've got to be kidding me. It's just a video game. Escapism is basically a way to live out a fantastical reality beyond the limits of our own. That's why most games work. They let us do things and experience situations that would never happen in real life. Mortal Kombat lets you kill people in creative ways without actually harming anyone. Call of Duty throws you into war zones without the trauma of you being at war. For many Africans, though, our frustrations run deeper. Our artifacts were looted and displayed in Western museums, while our own museums are just filled with modern art and replicas because the real treasures were taken. The Broken Heel Man, a real historical artifact, still sits in the British Museum, and since the 1970s, we've gone through every legal channel trying to get it back. But in this game, we can. Maybe not in reality, but at least vicariously. There is a satisfaction of reclaiming what's ours, even if it's just digital. That's the mission of the game. To make that impact, the heist members have to be African, because we are the only ones who care enough to pull it off. That should be obvious, but apparently some people are taking it way too seriously. Movies and games are almost never straightforward about what they're trying to teach. They have to be interpreted. Man, they shouldn't be stealing from museums in the first place. Museums are to preserve history. Please. No one complained when Ocean's 12 stole that fancy egg from that museum. Guess it's fine when a team of white men do it. But that should never happen in games. Lara Croft has stolen from museums, tombs, and entire civilizations. Guess she gets a pass because she's a hot white lady. Marginalized groups should know into stereotypes. Right. Saints Row, Yakuza, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, all of them, honestly. Far Cry. Sleeping dogs. Must I go on? Look, honestly, it's huge that South African gaming has made it into the global stage like this. It's truly remarkable, but it blows that the first time that this happens, not only does it get piled on and just dragged through the mud, the people who are supposed to be the biggest supporters are either apathetic or joining in. There is some support coming from the Black community across the globe. And this is because they're used to such stuff.
In my mainline games. I want all of you fired, or you should go make your own thing. Well, some people have gotten fired, some people have given up altogether, and then there are those who said, all right, we're gonna go make our own thing, and we're gonna try to get it published and out to the people via Steam, via Xbox, via PlayStation, and hopefully people like it, and hopefully people enjoy it. And I think in this specific game, you got what you wanted, you got people making their own thing.
They know they have to fight for their rights to be in the spotlight. And as Africans, we need to join in. We have unfortunately been conditioned to agree with the views of conservative white men. You can see this in African mothers who downplay their children's achievements, where white women would celebrate their children's achievements. In the words of Malcolm X, who taught you to hate the width of your nose and the thickness of your lips? To hate the coil of your hair and the color of your skin? Paraphrasing, of course. South of Midnight got similar receptions when it first came out. But then it was saved because people had rallied to defend it. We must do the same because Black people from outside Africa can only do so much. If we want African gaming to thrive, we must stand behind it. I'm speaking as a Zambian. My word carries some weight because I'm from the same continent. But South Africans also need to rally behind something that they have made. They need to be their own biggest supporters. There is still time, because Relooted has not been released yet. But I can only hope the damage has not already been done. Okay, that was heavy, but please leave a like and share this with a friend so we can at least get the word out there that this game exists, so we can all rally behind it. That said, this has been the Echo Chamber, signing out.